Hey everybody, welcome to In the Studio Retrospective. Tonight's episode we discuss Captain America, 1979. You thought I was gonna say that 2012 one with Chris Evans. No. We're going way back, folks. Back to a time where a man could just cruise the open highways of California, maybe put something down on canvas and fight crime. So, Dave, tell me, how did you hear about this movie, Captain America 1979, which, as they say on the Google, an ex-Marine turns crime fighter and pursues an arch-villain out to destroy Phoenix with a neutron bomb?
Well, ironically enough, I just remember it being on TV when I was a kid. I don't remember seeing any ads or anything for it. I don't know how my mom or someone knew about it to turn it on. I know my mom liked those kind of things, and she knew I would too. But I remember just sitting down in front of the TV with my mom, and it was one of those, 1970s TV specials. So yeah, that's how that's why I know about it. So.
Okay.
How did you hear about it?
You reminded me. I think I remember it was a Marvel, the history of Marvel comics, and I was flipping through it. It had the Marvel and Cinema chapter, and I'm like, it was this weird bobblehead Captain America, and with a weird shield. I'm like, oh yeah, Red Brown. I remember. So that's how I remember the Red Brown Captain America movie that we're going to talk about today. It's magical. It'll change your life.
It will.
So, Dave, in regards to Captain America 1979, what are your thoughts about the movie as it relates to today, 2016?
Well, for me, when I think about this particular film, I think for those people who feel like the current superhero films are kind of leaving them cold, that they're bad films, that they're badly written or badly directed, or the costumes are bad, or they have problems with the various choices. This is one of those films that I highlight. Well, I love this film because I saw it as a kid, and I do watch it semi-regularly. It is an important film for me. But that being said, in the first Captain America movie, they deviate from the costume. They change the origin story. They still keep the name, even though it's technically not the same person from the comics. I mean, my best guess is this guy is related to the Captain America from the 40s movie serials, because they said his dad was Captain America, but he didn't have a suit, but for some reason he should do things the way his dad did. It makes no sense whatsoever. He doesn't get he gets his powers from a serum, but it's a really weird backstory. And it's the flag serum, the full latency ability gain. It's just, this is one of those films. It's like when I hear people complain about other things, I'm thinking about, well, what about this movie? And what about Catwoman? And what about, there's a lot of other films that you can go back to. But that being said, as a time capsule of the 1970s superhero genre on television, it's an interesting artifact. And there's a lot of things I really like about the film. But that being said, the newer films are absolutely wonderful. Winter Soldier is probably one of my favorite superhero movies of all time. Fantastic Captain America movie. I cannot recommend that movie highly enough.
Good job, Chris Evans.
So, that's how I feel about it in terms of today. But, what are your thoughts about the movie? Having seen it just recently, what are your thoughts about the film?
Finally being able to go through the fog of my memory of seeing these clips and going, what was this? If you have a friend that you kind of want to just suck 4 hours out of their life in a fun way, they should watch the first Captain America movie. It was kind of bad. It was really weird. There's a lot of, he has a really cool van, That's what I got out of it. He's a really cool van. There's a lot of logic gaps of how things happen, and the villain isn't really threatening. And at one point, he's riding in the back of a truck that has a neutron bomb. Why would you do that? I'm not spoiling anything. It's the synopsis, but Reb Brown. I know he's really big. He's really blonde. It could be worse, but it's not ish. But just 1979 for what they had to work with, and if you have nothing else to compare it to, it's like The Godfather, but not. It's interesting. It's very kid friendly. My son watched it. And he said, "Daddy, what does the Red Skull appear here?" I said, "No, he does not, honey." Is this where he fights MODOK? No. There's no MODOK. Is Hydra in this? Not at all. Not at all. There's a dude who is supposed to be Nick Fury, but not, and doesn't let Captain America get with the girl in the movie. And they're about to, and I'm just totally blocks him, and just has a really bad timing. But other than that, it could be worse. So I don't know, if you're knocking around, you got nothing else going on, you want to just kill a couple hours of brain cells, go for it. Is it recording?
Who are these guys? Yeah, it's recording right now. It's recording right now. Yes. Just like last time, it's recording right now. That's exactly right.